Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Chris here with BNFX with your New York Open analysis here from Hawaii. Thank you for checking out the video here. Um, in terms of kind of the update of the market here, it's pretty interesting here. So I looked at New Squawk this morning, and NATO secretary overnight, for me at least, so London session, basically pushed back on claims of Russian troop withdrawals, saying they haven't seen any signs of de-escalation. And that was kind of mirrored by the US Secretary of State saying they're seeing troops actually going towards the border, not going away from the border. So this is kind of a volatile situation, but you know, in my opinion, it'd be very, very difficult for Vladimir Putin to go to war after he was just on Russian TV yesterday or earlier today, stating that he did not want war and he wanted to, wanted to negotiate as well here. So this is kind of an interesting situation, and I think the euro dollar is actually strong fundamentally, aside from these news snips here. So I think at the first sign that this thing's kind of coming to an end here between Russia and Ukraine, we should see some pickup here for the euro. So just some thoughts there. Also, CPI prints for Canadian dollar. So Bank of Canada was much higher than expectations, which is good. That's going to encourage rate increases for the CAD. So that was another thing that I saw today. You're seeing markets kind of trade just in all directions right now. I think we're waiting for the FOMC minutes, which is coming up at 9 o'clock my time. I believe that is 7 p.m. London time. So keep an eye out for that. I don't see too much of a move being made unless, once again, there's a geopolitical headline prior to that. Okay. The other thing that made a big difference in the markets, and you saw this until this headline for the Russia-Ukraine situation, was that the Chinese CPI print was below expectations, and that's where you saw the Australian dollar really rise up, and that's where you saw my trade earlier today with the Aussie Japanese yen, because the Australian dollar was definitely bid until this headline here. So with the geopolitical situation being super volatile, that was one thing. Yeah, you'll notice from the trades yesterday or earlier today that I made. When we were up, I think it was like 30 pips on each of them. I put that stop to break even, and unfortunately we got stopped out. But yeah, you want to protect yourself when you have a volatile market. So just a little tip for you guys: when I'm trading, normally I won't move my stop up unless there's a real volatile situation. So like one thing we teach in the course is if a market event is coming up, you're going to move your stop up. That's where we see dynamic stop a lot. So same thing here with a really volatile geopolitical environment. If I'm positive in this trade, or if the market turns on me automatically, I'm out. I'm clicking out. Okay, so we were up, and the market still looked good before I went to bed here in Hawaii. So that's where we moved that stop up. And once again, if there was no headline, I think both of them would have hit profit target. But it's a volatile situation, and you have to protect yourself. So name of the game is risk control. Okay, but so right now for today, what I'm looking at is Canadian dollar strength. I'm looking at Australian dollar strength for today, pending this headline turning the tide here for Russia, Ukraine. If that turns, the euro is definitely the currency that I'm eyeing right now. 9 o'clock my time, we'll see what happens with the US dollar with the FOMC minutes. Weak currencies still Swiss franc, Japanese yen, but safe haven runs. If things deteriorate in Ukraine, you could see a little bit of a bid for that, but fundamentally they're not strong at all. So that's all we had. I'll be sitting on my hands most likely here until FOMC minutes, but give me a shout out in the room if you guys need anything else. Mahalo.